All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Abe. Good morning. Good morning, Mike. DJ Mike. Jeff. Good morning, Steven. Good morning. Good morning, YouTube. Happy Monday, everybody. All right, guys. Let's take a quick look here at the market and see where we at and what we need to be doing. Overall structure of the market, we do have really not much of a movement overnight, right? And the market just simply been very lethargic and meandering. We have not even closed one candle either up or down on the 200 NT Rinko. So that tells me that there's no momentum, overnight, Sunday into Monday, and we're looking for a break. Either that break needs to happen at 18,061, or we need to see a drop below Globex into below 18,000, and that will create some momentum on the downside. Anything in between, I mean, there's scalping opportunities on the 20 NT Rinko, but I think it's a good idea to be patient this morning on a Monday and just let the market, the first half an hour work itself out and give us a break out of the small ranges that we are in and see if that leads to momentum. ES, it's the same story as well. I mean, we need to break either 50, 52 or start seeing a price action under 5,030, and that will pick up some momentum on the downside. That's where we at. Good luck, everybody. We got 1 minute to the cash market open. One thing that's worthy of note is this structure, and that's on the 30 NT Rinko. We have a captain setup and a switch trade, so that lent itself for a push lower. Here it comes, and you're getting some selling pressure at the open. That's good. Okay, bear with me. All right. Yeah, so look at that. I mean, all right. I get it. I get it. As selling pressure showing up. We're getting 100 NT Rinko reversal. So that's a positive thing in the form of pressure against that whole number 60. I mean, we're that close from breaking that level anyway. We were early on. We're hitting Globex. We were expecting a little bit of back and fill. Captain set up switch trade. I mean, that's just that's a signal right there, and we had it. That's a decent signal too. So that structure is gonna work as a resistance to any price action that's going up into that level throughout the day. So just keep that in mind. Okay, that's a response, 813. Okay, that's interesting. So we hit Globex and we bounced back. Let's draw our channels and see what type of channel we have going on here. That's channel number 1. $20, yeah. I'm gonna push it. That's fine. Damn, that's quick. We're back up on that level, on that structure that we talked about earlier on. As long as we don't break 60. I mean, 60 is the key. I mean, they're definitely trying to flush out all the shorts. What you're seeing here is you're seeing the 100 NT Winko reverse to Globex and bounce it all the way back up to close it. I mean, if we break under 18,010 again, that'll be a captain setup short on the 100 NT Winko, and that will be significant. Then if that doesn't happen, then 60 is going to be the next stop for this price action. It's important for us to kind of leave this market alone for the first 15 minutes, especially on a Monday, and let's see if let's keep reading this market and figure out, are we in sync with it? Are we understanding the participants? Are we understanding the traps and who's putting them on and how they're materializing? Make 5 assumptions and see how well connected to the market you as a trader you are. So those are the things that I'm gonna be That's interesting. Yeah, here we go. Switch trade right here. Okay. The 100 is long. We broke this channel. I just feel like I need to undertrade this environment for the first half an hour. We'll see. Captain set up short on the 20 NT Rinko. Okay. I mean, they're doing it at a spot uh, where the 30 NT Rinko came in. Let's go back to it again here, because that's important information the market is giving us right here. See this captain set up switch trade. We came up right to it and got faded just a tad bit. They put a captain set up short on the 20 NT Rinko. So that's a combination where the market shows a little bit of resistance and distribution between the 50 to the 70. The 60 is the close of the swing trade. That's an important level that the market, if it wants to show strength, that's what they have to do. They have to go up to that 60 and close. So we gotta see how well they handle this area. I mean, if they put on a switch trade right here at 38.75, that makes it a significant. That's a captain setup switch trade. I mean, I'll give it a shot. 38.75, 38.75. Yeah, here we go. Come on, get up there. Nope, I think we missed it. Missed it. I need to see if we can just pop up just a tad bit here and see if I can get in. 1, 2, 3, 4. We gotta close under 30. No. Really? That is just a. Here we go. I mean, they want to put on another switch trade at 33. One, two, three. Yeah, that would put on a 30. Okay, so like right here, if this candle closes lower, that would be an important deal. Double switch trades. Okay. We're in and we're out. I mean, they keep pausing it up here, but that's fine. I think it's gonna probably move a little bit more. We're gonna move a whole lot more. We made 3 points off of that trade. 3.25 points. I think it has a lot more to go. Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But that's like a captain setup, double switch trade. I mean, it's worth the risk, bro. I mean, it's really worth the risk. My question to myself is, okay, where would I have to add to the trade, and where is a bigger target? Where I need to add to that trade is that run back up to 34.75. In and around my original entry, and then another add is 29.5, and even here 25 is an add, and you're looking for a target of 20 to 15. All right. What I'm going to be expecting, just off the understanding that I have for today, is that this is not a momentum market. This is not a trending behavior. And there is money to be made, but it's going to be made on the scalping within the ranges. That's what the market is showing us so far within this first 15 minutes. Momentum should be picking up at 61 and a quarter, and or below 18,000. Anything in between, I should undertrade, undersize, and scalp. That is the thought process here. Like, you don't want to overcommit here, because you saw what happened, right? Like, literally this market short into Globex, then boom, blow everybody out. Then here they put a nice little sell formation, give us a little bit of money, and now they're bouncing it right back. I mean, they could. So we have two really levels. I mean, this one from 51 to 39. So that box, it's the same box that the market came in and showed a lot of resistance. Now I screwed that up. Let me just give it. Yeah, here we go. All right, it's the same box that we're talking about right here. So as long as that holds, 60 doesn't show up, we should see a break below 18,000. So if we keep seeing these high, lower high, another lower high, then that is, the market is telling us something, right? That's interesting. 41. 41 and a half. Okay. So that 41 and a half is an important level. Okay. I needed to go short right there. 29. 29. Damn. That was a good one. Hey, good morning, Sheila. Good morning. How are you? Yeah, there's a lot of overhead. There's a lot of overhead. I mean, there's a lot of overhead resistance to a lot of these structures. 41, then you got the 51, then you got the 58, then you got the 60. Yep. Damn. That's two in a row. Thirty, 36, 36, and then you got 41. Yeah, the market is shaping itself on the short side. They keep wicking the market and then selling it, which is really tells me that that's solid short pressure. I mean, once we get to glowbacks, we'll find out what kind of market we're gonna have, because if we bust right through that and just break into 18,000, you're gonna pick up some momentum and direction. And if we come up and do what we did here, then you know the market has more work to do. But there is a certain thing that the market is doing right now, which is the testing and retesting of every level. There's a lot of that going on, and that's always a sign of a consolidated non-directional market where they just keep doing this. See what they just did there, how the market just runs up and comes back in within that same wick. That's a market that is just doing this, okay? And then it breaks lower, which is good, okay? Because that's the third time in a row that they do that exact same behavior. I mean, they're going to pause it here, but ultimately, this is telling me information. And that information is, hey, listen, I'm testing and retesting and building and building and building. I'm running up to levels where there's resistance, and I'm pulling the price in. I'm coming to an areas where there's support, and I'm bouncing back. We're a range bound market, and that's the kind of environment that I need to, kind of be patient and just be, just watch more than trade here. ES, hardly any change going on here. And we're looking at them coming to Globex and bouncing back. That's bullish, but you're not getting much of hardly any movement in ES right now. The big idea on NQ is a break below Globex. That will set the stage for a captain setup short on the 100 in Tirinko, and that should start picking up some momentum. In ES, I mean, you're either going to break 50.52 or break below that 50.30 level. Once we break either of them, momentum will be generated and better price structures will start popping up. I need to know when to trade and when to keep my powder dry. So we had two trades, a small itty bitty stop of 1 point and a 3.25 point profit on the other trade, and we're just waiting. See, this declining structure is a good one. You see the captain setup, switch trade, double switch trade, come back, retest, lower high, 41 is critical. They come back and break, they run the stops and try to rally back up, but the rally is weak with a lower high. So as long as we continue to trade under 38.50 and 41, and this market continue to put on a one candle reversal lower, then that potentially can get us to that 18,010. Hey Zach, how are you, buddy? Yeah, right now it's time to keep our powder dry and just spend some time learning the behaviors of price action here. Who's winning? Who's struggling? What type of formations working and why? Who's getting trapped and why? Yeah, they're gonna run it up here a little bit. So let's see how far they're gonna take it though. I mean, as long as 38.41 holds, that's something. This is the kind of environment that will chop up a lot of people. So just, I'm saying this 100 times because we have a lot of pent up energy built up from the weekend, and we're coming into the market, want to do something, and that lends us to just want to be super active Monday morning, and I think we need to pull back. So, all right, so here comes that rally we talked about, 38.41. I mean, that's getting rolled over right now. So here you go. Back up to that level. Jeff, there's Adam. Hey Adam, how are you, buddy? Good morning. Good morning. Okay. Here we go again, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, like see that rejection right there, that the initial rejection. I mean, that needed to cut in a short environment. Here we go, 9 o'clock. That's a good thing. Top of the hour. Oh my God. I mean, that typically will just have a follow through pattern to it, and they're just, you know, one candle up, one candle down, run up a little bit, bring it back down. That is just an environment where it's just not not much. Here you go. Hey Tassos, how are you, buddy? Good morning. What's the blue lines? I mean, those are the wicks, the price wicks on Ninja Trader, Ninja Rinko candles. They're the wicks. I mean, I had them. I mean, before it just simply I highlighted them and enlarged them so they'll be a little bit more obvious for me to see. And I think you'll see a lot of information come out of the wicks and how they behave. Hmm. Remember the 18,010. That's an important one. Okay, we want to see this. I mean, if we're trying to build up an argument in the market, and the argument, hey, listen, the market there's with a lot of distribution patterns between the 40s and the 60s, that range, then you have to get to 18,010, and if you get there, then the argument will be we need to go to the bottom end of the Globex band, and that is going to be a target for us. And that would be at that 960 level. So if we break that, then that would be the target for that pattern. So that is the scenario that is building up. What supports that scenario is the distribution pattern that we saw earlier, which is a captain setup switch trade, and we keep hitting it with lower highs, right? That's that scenario. Then it's supported by a captain setup switch trade right here, okay, and then a lower high, a lower high. So that is the dominant story in the market right now. Okay, where would that story gets blown up if you start breaking anything above 50, 18,050? If that happens, then yeah, the story is gone, gone, gone. Like right now, it's a good like that's a spot for a short with a cover of 36, and you're looking for a run up to 20s. I mean, that should work right now. Thirty-six, 20. Okay. One, two, three. Okay. All right. So we got to the 24. from, is that 20? Yeah, that's not much movement. Let's see what kind of news cycle we got going on here. Nothing real. Top of that, like at 12 o'clock Eastern, we have FOMC member Barkin speaks. Alrighty, here we go. Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 22, 20. Okay, so 22, 25. That's a switch trade right here. We should be getting the 22s, 20s off of it. We should see some selling pressure coming in. If we break 22s, we should see some speeding up of price action here. And we may end up getting that to 18,010. I mean, that's the dominant story. Okay. Here we go. If we close 22 again, I'm gonna try to get in. They're gonna get me on this one. That's fine. I'm gonna keep it small. Yep. Good for the. Good job. All right. I'll take it. I'll take that stop. Let's see here. Huh. Really? Okay, I flatted that trade to the 2. Flatted that trade. Hmm. Hey, GED, good morning. Give us one more time, one more pullback, and we'll go. Yeah, here we go. All right. That is 23 to 19, 4 points. We hit that target and bounced right back up, and that's what got me out for a flat on that last rotation. $32.25. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, man. You gotta keep your stuff very tight in this environment. It's a non-trending market. Okay, so let's think about this thing. So we're coming up to that resistance area again, and we're bouncing around. Yeah, I got this going on here. Let's see. I don't want to see break above 40, 41 for the shorts. 32.27. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, we should be pushing back down to that 25-20 area. Mm-hmm. All right. All right. Here we go. We talked about that 10. We're right there. Hmm. Okay. 17. 17. That'll be 3 and 3 6. Okay. And that is 25. 25 is the stop on this thing. I mean, we're at a spot where the price is really critical. We should see momentum here show up. And that, and this 11. I mean, they may break this 11, come back and retest anyway, but at least seeing it is going to help the cause of the shorts. Because that the story of this market so far has been pressure at rallies. I mean, that's the story so far. And we got this area right here, the second area right here. All of it is distribution areas where every time we get up there, boom, this limit right back in. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, Mario. Okay. Okay. Hmm. That's interesting. This is an exercise in patience. That's all there is to it. It's very restless energy that's going on in this market right now. And that's not necessarily an energy I want to be active in. I want that restless energy to move on to becoming uh, either ecstatic or pessimistic. I mean, like it needs to be either or. This is a meandering, restless market that does two things: run the stops on the short side, and not in a very convincing way either. And then they run it back up. They make rallies and take out the high, like this specific high, like by like a couple of points, and then pull the market back in. So that's a restless, consolidated market. There's not a lot of energy in it, not a lot of conviction, and it is important to undertrade this environment. Really, we should. The break will happen eventually. The movement's gonna happen. We just have to wait for it. Patience. Okay. So we got our channel number one, channel number two in this rotation. So this current rotation we're in has stops at 38 and a quarter, stops at 42 and 75 for any short that is done in this rotation. 1811 and to be 1811 is a captain setup short on the 100 in Tirinko. That's a structure that could support further downward movement. Okay, so doesn't look like the market is in a hurry for anything, really. So Okay, you see that's the switch trade right here that shouldn't have happened in a short environment. Okay, we'll see. Uh, all right. So the shorts to re-exert themselves, they need to be under 20. And now we're running up to the top end of the range. Ugh. Ah, yeah. I mean, we kind of saw that coming, Adam. I mean, we kind of saw that coming. I mean, you could tell from the tone, from what Globex did overnight, from the top of rotations that we were having. It was the writing was on the wall to what type of market we are having this morning. And for the most part, we adjusted accordingly. Definitely not a kind of market that you overcommit to. You scalp here and there at the edges of it, make 5 points, 10 points, and under trade 1 to 2 contracts max, and wait for better structures. So you have to also remember, okay, whenever you are trading within Globex band, and that's that range of it, and in and around Globex, that has a distinct personality to the day. Once you get out of that range, momentum typically is the dominant force. There's a captain set up long on the 50 NT Rinko. How about that? At 37, that's actually an important event right there. I mean, they may be pushing this price higher here, based on that right here, that captain set up long. So that's going to be a structure that's important. I mean, we start breaking anything above the 50s, you're going to start picking up some speed. $36, $30, if you break 30, okay. Yeah. Would you go long here? 30, 38. Okay. Cool. So we got rejected again at that top end of that range. All right. Shorts are back in action, huh? or trying at least. They're trying. I'm not trusting the longs. I'm not trusting the longs or the shorts. You got 50 anti-wrinkle captain setup. You're getting, you know, at the top end of the range and resistance area, fading behavior. That's the market gotta make its mind. You start breaking anything over the 50, and actually that structure at 35 right here. Actually, that's a good one right here. I'm gonna try. I'll give it a shot if I can get filled. Nope, no fill. Come on. I'm just gonna keep it exactly where it's at. Ah, nope. I ain't chasing nothing. Yeah, that switch trade right here at let me see here, 33. Then I was trying 36. He, that's a structure that should push. So, but I mean, again, I mean, where am I pushing? I'm pushing in straight up resistance. So that entry here at 36, I was looking for like a quick scalp of 5 to 10 points. That's all. But I'm not gonna chase something like that. Ain't no way. You got it? Okay, good for you. All right, I'm gonna step away, just get some water. I'll be back. Yeah, that right there was spot on. So I mean, they're basically are responding to this captain setup long that they put on around that 35. You're getting 58 out of it. We broke. Well, I mean, the good news is we now we have a target on the upside, and that target is 86 and a quarter. We have Harmony Zone number one as support, which is 36 by 26, 11 by 01 is Harmony Zone number two. And we got a market that is starting to take a direction with better price action structures. I tried that 36. I just, I wasn't willing to chase it. And then you got this move, and this move, this move. I mean, it's just, you got a market that's moving now. Yeah. Yeah, we're at the top end of that range right here. One, two. I mean, that's one, two. Yeah, it's gonna get a little bit heavier here. We should be pulling back, and we're gonna see in this pullback if we can find ourselves in a entry point long. Uh, so the market is by the pullbacks. We'll reevaluate that idea if we break anything under 20 to 30 level that has to hold up. Still heavy. Okay, so here we go. Hmm. Okay. One here, 64, 60, yeah, 58. You got that one in. Longs are uncontrolled here. I just need a pullback and a reset of that long so I can, find trades to participate in. Why did I not take that one? 63, 63 to 66. Here we go. Let's go back to that target we talked about. It's 86 and a quarter. ES. We're about to hit that 50-52. That will set the stage for us to have a harmony zone number 1 and 2 as a support. And we can look for bigger targets after that. Definitely slower price action in ES than NQ. Here we go. We hit it. Next target on ES is 58 and a quarter. Zone harmony support zone number 1 is 45 by 42 and 39 by 36. Pullbacks are buyable. We'll reevaluate the longs if we start breaking anything under 41, 42. That's a nice move. 93.80. Oh, one here, one there. $86 and a quarter. That's the target. How's everybody doing so far? Abe, any trades? Adam, how we're doing? Mike, Jeff, Sheila, Steven, GED, Tassos, Zach. Okay, that's good. That's good. Oof, Adam, you spun your wheels in that consolidation a little bit, I guess. Right, the day's young. Let's keep working. See, the thing about it here is if they reverse it right there at 76, see how close we are to that target. We hit target number. We're gonna get a fade that could take us down to 63, potentially all the way down to 50, 56. It's we've seen this like a million times, right? You know, whenever they get that close, that's typically a sign that there is a bigger move lower is about to happen. I mean, you're seeing, right? I mean, that's kind of the pattern here. We should be seeing a little bit of a drifting toward target number two, 62.75 as a pullback. And ultimately, I'm looking for these pullbacks as a buying opportunity. I mean, there's that fade that we talked about up here against that target, which is something that we've been seeing quite often, where the market just does that. Here we go. Mm-hmm. Why? Here we go. Solid, solid move. Okay. I mean, the good part was we're reading it. We're reading it accurately. Okay, so I mean they're going between target number 3 and target number 2 and bouncing back and forth. All right, we're in the middle of the range right now. Okay, so I see what they're trying to do. All right, we're going through a period of consolidation here. We do have a channel number 1 established itself. Right here, then you got a trend line that takes us from here to there. So you need a break above 75 in order for things to start coming back up into 76. Then ultimately we go back to target. All right, all right, all right. Slow poke today. That's for damn sure. All right, we gotta figure out this big trade, one big trade, and call it a day. It's 10:15. I mean, we recognize this pattern, right? Okay, we recognize the 50 NT Winko Captain setup long and the entry of 35 and the break of this channel into the establishment of two channels breaking target, the first swing trade target. We're very close to breaking the second swing trade target. And, the market has a tone of long after that break. Now we're at a spot where you're spending a little bit of time consolidating, and we want to see how well that consolidation happened. Obviously, anything above 75 and a break and a close above it will set the stage for a run up back up to 85, 86, and then you're closing the 86 and a quarter level. That's what, you know, that's what the market is trying to do. And the stop to all of that is under 63. And then you have another support at 84. Then for aggressive traders, you have harmony zone number 1 from here all the way down to 36 and a half and 26 and a quarter. That should give you a little bit of support. And the targets are 85s and higher. Yeah, oh yeah, that was perfect right there. Good job, DJ. Yeah, I mean, it was just tossing between those two targets. That's just basically a pullback and a run up. And that's, here we go. They're revving up. They're hitting that target again. Most likely they're going to pause and go from there. H. Good morning. How are you? Welcome to the room. Enjoy your stay, and if you have any questions, just let us know how it works. Yes, you'll see us calling environment in the market, conditions to place a trade, areas and prices in which to place a trade. Then you're gonna see us placing a trade, managing risk, taking profit or taking a stop. Yeah, ATMs through NinjaTrader. All right, so what are... No, it's not as hard as most people think. It's just you have to get two things right. You have to get your sizing right, and you have to get your market read right. That's what we do on a daily basis. $8:30 to 11. Basically, we start the room at 8 o'clock into 11 o'clock Central. Yeah, here we go. Target is hit. The next target in this rotation is 18,111. Harmony zone number 1 and 2 shifted to 6151 by 36.26. Harmony zone number 1 and 2 as support. We'll reevaluate the long if we break anything under 18,046. And off we go. See, that's Steven. That's your baby right here, my friend. Tell me you got involved. I mean, that's actually that switch trade right there. I'm sitting here typing, but $78. Add and add. Here you go. Yeah, that's NQ. Okay. Next target is 111 and a quarter. Hmm. ES target is 5,064 and a half. Harmony zone number 1 and 2 shifted to 52 by 49 and 45 by 42. Those are two supports areas, and we will reevaluate the long if we break anything under 50.48. We're seeing direction, we're seeing momentum, all on the long side. Like right up here, it's just going to be, a bit difficult for me to just to start a position. I mean, that break right here with that switch trade was the entry point at 78.75 for a run up. Now the market is just in that mode of pullback run. And, the high probability initial entry point is, you're running into a whole number, well, 18,100, and you're running into the 90s here. That's a typical area where the market will just pause and pull back. So I don't necessarily want to establish a position, but if we pull back and we pull back into the 75.80 and put a one candle reversal there and show strength with higher lows, that will be a continuation trade long into the next swing trade target of 111. So that's a scenario that I'm looking for. We have a target number 4 is 128 and a half. So if this shows strength, yeah, look at that. Yeah, that's showing strength right here. They're gonna run it up to the 100. Okay. 91 to 100. ES moving on to 664.5. Environment is long. I didn't go long. I was talking to you while that's happening. There was a signal got triggered at 78, 75. Everything that I've done, you could see right here. Entry, exit, entry, exit. It's on the chart. Entry, exit. So I don't have any trades in this rotation right here. All right, so keep moving. We got 111.25. That's coming up. Good for the market. Frida, hey Frida, how are you? That entry right here was really actually a good one, because you have channel number one, channel number two established. Then you have a trend line basically telling us any break above that trend line in this area is uh, uh, on signals is a good area. So here we go. You got that pullback, then that reversal, but now it's just momentum. So you almost have to kind of buy and sell, in that momentum up here. I rather be in it at the beginning of the trend and add and sell into that run up and not establish anything new just up here. Right? So I needed to be in it earlier. But here comes the target. We talked about 111. The next target in this rotation is 136.25. We have harmony zone number 1 and 2, 86 by 76 and 61 by 51. We'll reevaluate the long if we break anything under 18,070. Pullbacks are buyable in this environment. ES is moving along. Next target, actually that shifted, didn't it? Yep. 70 is the next target. 5070 is next target. 58 by 55 is harmony support zone number 1. Support zone number 2 is 52 by 49. That's zone number 2. We'll reevaluate the longs if we break anything under 54. And pullbacks are buyable with that big target on a swing trade basis. Okay. Here we go. one of the signs that we all need to kind of hyper focus on, and that's one of the reasons I bolded and highlighted the wicks for all of us to see a little bit clearer, is this pattern of price action coming up to the prior open and bouncing right back. So when there's a lot of momentum in the market, you see that type of behavior very present. And it's a great way for place, and it's a great spot for an add to an existing position. So an entry here would have had an add right there at 90, another add at 101, and then another add right here at 109, 108. So keep your eye on that, because that's going to be, that's very helpful. So in the prior move, we saw it right here. We saw it right here at 48, and we saw it at 58 before the market stopped right there. Not bad, not bad of a move. It took the market a minute to rev up. Yeah, here we go. At least we're getting a little bit of a pullback. I mean, we need those pullbacks in order for us to find an entry point, another entry point to the upside. So let's see how far they're gonna go with this one. 2, 3. I mean, if it goes to that 100, most likely we're gonna go to 90, and we could start looking at harmony zone number one support area as an area for us to start looking for longs on reversals and pullbacks, meaning that if we can get to that level, retest, run back up, and pull back with a higher low, then that will be a structure that will support another move upward. Right? uh, on the 6th, let's take a look. Yeah, I mean, that's a potential captain setup short at 63 and a half. Okay. So that is a structure that can support a push. Thank you for mentioning that, Sheila. That could support, and we are at target number 4. So that is an area where if we break that level, that could instigate a bit of a pullback in ES that could take us to 50, 56 and a half. The stop to that rotation is 66 and a half for any short at 63 and a quarter. So that is going to come in and help NQ pull back a little bit deeper. And we can see how well they're going to hold on to that level. But, you know, after a run up like that in ES and then they put a captain setup, then at a minimum, the trader needs to kind of get out of some of their longs. And any short up here is an actual initial position. Like, you're not gonna go full load up on that captain setup, maybe one contract, then see how well it holds. It may end up being a big move, but that 60, that quarter had to come in. 63 and a quarter has to come in. I mean, now it's not there yet. Till it gets there, we don't have anything going on. All what we have is a conversation. Right? Yeah, no problem, Sheila. No problem. Thank you for asking. All right, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share. Hopefully, this stream is helping you make better trading decisions. And if you have any questions, let me know. Hopefully, everybody made some money today. Okay. Well, it needs to get there. Yeah, see that push here in NQ, and you got the ES captain set up short, has a stop at 66 and a half, and we can get into 60s and 57s, and that's gonna push NQ lower. What we're just seeing right here. There you go. There you go. See how that one worked, Sheila? Rotation. No, I like it. I mean, I like it. I like it, but what I want to see is them holding that, running it up, pulling back, and making a higher low. So that will stabilize that structure and gives me the capacity to look for the 120 and 136 on a bigger move. I mean, if you're on the aggressive side, that first touch of that move is a good spot for an entry. and you could add to it. Then the pullback with a higher low can be another add, and then you got yourself a run up that could take you to that 136. And you just need to be very careful with any break below 70. If that happens, then that could put some strain on that position. But okay. Wow. Ain't nothing wrong with that run, huh? All right, let's just talk about the channels here. So now that's the bottom end of that channel, channel number 2, and we have what Steven likes to trade, right? Here we go. So you run up past 105, 107, pull back and hold that line. You got yourself a pattern similar to this one that lended itself for a big move. And the stop to that rotation is the bottom end of 83. So that's an idea I'm looking at right now for an entry. Hmm. Yeah, that's one hell of a bounce, right? They pegged it to the tick. I don't know if any of you liked it. I mean, I liked it, but just wanted to see a better structure. I don't know if any of you jumped in, but here we go. Here we go. That's what we want to see. Nice move, though. 88, 98, oh, 820 points. we need to see the higher low here come up. Let's see if we can run this thing back up and hold it. Right now it's 11 o'clock, so I mean, unless this right here bounces right back up to 101 and a quarter, then I'm gonna kind of leave the structure alone and come back maybe the last hour of the day and see if there's any trades for me. But this is how we've kind of done so far today. Let's see here. Not too many decisions, just basically looking at to see how well I'm reading this market. So 86, and that 86 is right here. So we're very close to equity high. We just need just to connect with this market, and we'll be up there. That's it for me. We'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. Have a good one.